Burnout.
To burn out.
If you work too much,
you might burn out.
So this
So this person you can see is very sad at work. This person does not look forward to their workday.
This person
This person is definitely trying to get through their day. They
trying
try to fend off all obstacles in their day.
But
maybe they're not succeed at that, so they look tired. They don't have energy. Maybe they work 12, 14, 13 hours per day for week on end. They're just super tired, and they will say that they have burnout.
Or we would
say, oh, they need a vacation, or they might burn out. I have worked with people
have burnt out.
have burnout.
It's not nice
to see someone.
Maybe their
Maybe
life
their life
is really
is really busy,
and work
and
is really
work is
busy,
really
and they
busy,
just
and they just eventually run out energy and they run out. It's not a nice
thing.
And they definitely need a good break. Good to take a
burn
break.
out at
You can
other
burn
things
out
as
other
well,
things
by
as
the way.
well. By
You
the
can
way,
burn
you
out
can burn
learning
out
English.
learning English if
Let's say you're working
10 hours a day, studying English 10 hours a day, sleeping 4 hours a day.
You will burn out.
You will burn out. I guarantee it.
To fall apart.
To fall apart.
So this car is
car
held
is
together with tape because this car
started to fall apart.
We have things that
are together.
And
when
pieces
pieces
fall
off,
there's another
phrasal verb.
When
It starts to come apart, there's another phrasal verb.
We can say
that
it's
starting to fall apart. I think my one van is starting to fall apart a little bit. It's making some strange noises. There's some rust around the side. I'll show you in a video at some point.
But
I do think that my one van is starting to fall apart. It's not this bad.
Okay, I
Haven't put the tape on the side yet
to hold
together.
There's a lot of phrasal
It's a lot of phrasal verb.
But definitely once something really old,
it starts to fall apart. We have a couch
where the one leg
is breaking and it started to fall apart as
We'll
well.
replace it someday, or
Someday, put a piece of wood underneath to hold up.
to fix up.
So
sometimes
people will buy things
that are broken,
and they will
fix it up.
So they could take some time to make it look nice, to make it look new again.
Maybe
Maybe
they
they
buy
old furniture
that has started to fall
apart,
and they might
take it home. They might fix it up to make it look new
They
again.
might fix it
They
up
might
so
fix
they
it
can
up
use
so
it.
that's
It's
the
a
use
really
it. It's
good
a really
way
good way
to get
things in life. We have special a lot of money. If
If
you're good at fixing things up,
you can
you can fix things up easily.
That's a great
way to save money.
This person
looked like they bought a new car.
They
They will now fix it up so that it looks like it's brand new again.
to grow apart.
Yeah.
I couldn't
find a great picture. There's eventually I found this one. When two people are in a relationship,
maybe
maybe
they're just friends,
or maybe just a romantic relationship. Sometimes you can grow apart.
Even
Even in a family, people
apart.
can grow apart.
What this means is, let's say
my brother and I didn't talk
for a few
months, and
also
it's been a year and 2
we would
years.
start to
We could start to grow
apart
apart
because we're not
having any conversations. We're not seeing each other. We're not spending time with. We would grow apart. Sometimes in a romantic relationship, the couples will grow apart. They'll be dating
for a while,
for a
maybe
while.
a year or
They may be a
two.
year or two.
But
Maybe
one
one
person
person has interest in one thing, and the other person has interest in something else,
and they start
to grow apart.
They
They
don't
don't spend as much time. They don't hang around with each other as much. And so
they start
to kind of live their own lives and instead of spending time together.
It's not nice
when you see people
start to
grow apart, especially if you think they're a good couple.
If it gets bad enough,
It's bad enough.
one person might
kick the other person
Now,
out.
there's
There's a variety of reasons for
but
this.
It looks
It looks like
this
this
lady
lady is going to kick out this
so
guy.
Obviously,
They are partners.
and obviously,
And
the
obviously, relationships,
they're having trouble
they have troubles getting through their day. The relationship
is just not working out. Maybe they grow apart. Maybe they grow apart. It's got to the point where she decided to kick him out. Maybe he did something bad. Maybe he's been with friends all night, or he was spending too much time with someone else. I don't know the details, but it's not bad enough that she's now kick him out. He has to go live somewhere else. I understand to kick out mean the people are living together. They're either married or living together, and something has happened. They would grow apart, and maybe one of them has done something where they don't trust each other. So whoever owns the apartment or house can kick out the other person. To pick out. Yeah, that rhymes. To pick out. When you pick something out, when you pick something out, to choose. If you have lots of money and you decide to want a new car, you would go pick out a new car. You would go to the car dealership and you pick out a new car. You just look at all the cars that are there, and you pick out the one that you like most. When you go shopping, you pick out the new clothes. You look at all the clothes in the clothing store. You try some on, and you pick out some new shirt or new pants that will fit you. So you will choose, pick out something to put out. So the meaning I'm looking at with this one is what firemen do and what you do. When there's a fire and you extinguish it, when you extinguish something, it goes from being on fire to not being on fire. That's why I call the fire extinguisher. The thumbnail has the fire extinguisher. This fire is going to put out the fire. When we have people over the summer called small campfire, at the end of the day, we put out the fire. If you have a fire in your kitchen, we do it out so that the kitchen doesn't burn to the ground. You don't want that to happen. So, by the way, you should always have a fire extinguisher handy, no matter where you live. To run out of. Sometimes we run out of milk. Sometimes I run out of money. I went on a trip a couple of weeks ago, and I had some money with me. And then eventually I lost. I'm going to run out of money. I'm glad I have my bank cards, so I can use to pay my things. But yes, when we run out of milk, we go and buy milk. When I run out of money, sometimes I go to a bank machine and I would withdraw more money. But definitely you can run out of different things. You can run out of gas, by the way. Sometimes you're driving and the little light comes on, says you need gas. And you think, I could drive another day. But that's risky because you might run out of gas and you'll be on the side of the road just waiting for somebody else to come and help you. Hopefully it's someone you can count on. Hopefully it's someone you hang around with is available to come and help. To catch on means to understand. Sometimes when I explain these phrasal verbs, you don't understand the meaning, but eventually you will catch on. If I explain it enough ways, you will understand. You will catch on to what I'm saying. As a teacher, I'm always happy people to catch on. By teaching a lesson, everyone's kind of confused, and eventually they're like, I get it. I understand. And you could describe that as, they were able to catch on what I was saying. So it's nice for people to catch on. Sometimes when you're playing a joke on someone, explain something, they won't understand what you're doing right away, but eventually they will catch on. To cut out. Now I feel like I talked about this one before. I think I even used this picture. When you cut something out, it means you no longer consume it. It can also mean take a piece of paper with the scissors cutting out. For instance, it's very popular in the world right now to try different kinds of diet. Some people try to cut out sugar. Some people still smoke but try to cut out smoking. Or they try to cut down on their smoking. That means to do less.
these
These
phrasal
phrasal verbs
seem to be readily available today.
today.
But I have
But
done this
I
in the
have
past. I
done in the
generally
past. I
don't
generally
eat a lot of
don't eat a
sugar,
lot of
and there are
sugar.
times
There
where
are
I cut
times when
out
I cut
sugar
out sugar completely
and just eat
and
really
just
healthy
eat really
food.
healthy food.
It's hard to
It's
do
hard
though,
to do though,
especially
especially in North America.
a lot
A
of
lot of
food
food
has
has
sugar
sugar
in
in
it.
it. In fact,
If you
if
have
you
never been
have
to
never
North
been to
America
North
and you
America and you
visited
visited
and bought bread,
and
you would
bought
probably,
bread,
depending on where
depend
you
on
are
where
from,
you are
you would
from,
probably
you would
find it
probably
quite
find it's quite
sweet.
sweet.
We
We
do
do
tend
tend
to
to add
add sugar
sugar
in
in
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
things.
things.
It's hard to cut
It's
out
hard
sugar.
to cut out sugar.
It's not hard
It's
to
not
do. It's
hard
hard
to
to
do.
find
It's not
foods
hard to
that
find
don't
food
have
that
a lot of
don't have
sugar.
a lot of sugar.
To do up